Hi, my name is Makhraz, and for my capstone for business strategy in the global environment, I did the company Johnson& Johnson for my strategic analysis. So a little introduction. Johnson& Johnson is a holding company which specifies in development, research, and manufacture in the sales of healthcare area. They were founded over 120 years ago off of a fundamental idea of supplying products that primarily focus on human health, hygiene, and well-being. Since 1886, Johnson& Johnson has grown into a worldwide healthcare company focused on consumer pharmaceutical and medical devices and products. So a little bit more about Johnson Johnson. This is a little description from their website, in which really talks about why they believe good health is the foundation of vibrant lives. It also talks about how they strive to improve access and affordability, create healthy communities, and put a healthy mind, body, and environment within reach of everyone and everywhere. They also talk about how every day our more than 130,000 employees across the world are blending heart, science, and ingenuity to profoundly change the trajectory of health for humanity. So, financially, an introduction to the company Johnson Johnson. Their financial structure, uh, its ticker symbol is J&J and is listed on the New York Stock Exchange. They're currently trading at 148 and 64 cents, $148.64. The company's standard industrial classification, or SIC, is 2834, which is pharmaceutical preparations. And its North American Industry Classification System number, or NAICS, is 325412, which is pharmaceutical preparation manufacturing. Johnson& Johnson is a very diverse company, and its industry focuses in these three segments: consumer products, medical devices, and diagnostic and pharmaceuticals. So this is a little snapshot of Johnson& Johnson's ticker symbol and a chart that shows their progress financially from day one to now. And you can see it's a very upbeat stock, and it's been killing it in the stock market for the most part. So, strategic significance. Johnson& Johnson is a very strategically significant company with a strong financial and management platform. The company has a detailed outline strategy that they are eager to execute to deliver market growth. They also have been reviewing the strategy of its Janssen pharmaceutical companies to deliver above market compound annual growth through 2023. In analyzing the strategic significance of Johnson & Johnson, a key attribute to their goal was maximizing the clinical potential of the company's leading portfolio with new indications. One of the key industry leaders in R&D, they are one of the key industry leaders in R&D productivity is Janssen, and which has produced growth in up to 18 new products that have been regulatorily approved. Johnson & Johnson is as well creating new methods to findings, development, and distribution of the company's transformational medicines. They as well have timeless values, a strong influence of long-term strategic view, and they also presented in their letter to the shareholders that sustaining our investment in innovation is essential to our ability to create meaningful change and competitive differentiation. So their annual report as well demonstrates their strategic significance, and that their free cash flow for 2018 improved to $18.5 billion. And employing our proven capital allocation strategy, we are able to effectively invest in our business and innovation to drive growth for long-term value while also returning value to shareholders. So they have a very important strategic significance as a company, and you can see that there's a lot of factors that go into it in terms of their strategy, their long-term value growth, as well as providing for their shareholders. So what's happening in the company right now? This is actually very interesting that in March, Johnson Johnson and co-maker Bayer agreed to pay a $775 million settlement about for 25,000 lawsuits that they've gotten. Though neither of the companies admitted liability, in July, Johnson Johnson asked a judge in Trenton, New Jersey, to dismiss as many as 14,000 lawsuits alleging its talc-based baby powder causes ovarian cancer. So that was a very important time for the company in terms of these lawsuits, but they dealt with it very well, and they took that kind of messy time and turned it into more ways to grow as a company. So the significance of water in Johnson Johnson. So they are known greatly for its pledge and initiatives to sustainability ideas, developments, and innovations. They're a very caring company and they recognize the human right to water, and which is defined by the United Nations in that it entitles everyone to sufficient, safe, acceptable, physically accessible, and affordable water for personal and domestic uses. Johnson & Johnson truly cares about water significance and have come up with goals to address their impact and have set up a 2020 Health for Humanity goal in which assesses a full water risk assessment at 100% of manufacturing and R&D locations and implement resource protection plans at the high-risk sites. In 2008, Johnson & Johnson used approximately 3 billion gallons of water, enough to fill 4,600 Olympic-sized swimming pools, in our manufacturing processes and our office facilities. In 2005, we set a healthy Planet 2010 goal to reduce absolute water use by 10% from 2005 to 2010, and we're measuring our progress against this goal until now. So the vision of the company. So its vision statement simply states that for every person to use their unique experiences and backgrounds together to spark solutions that create a better, healthier world. Their vision statement focuses on emphasizing everyone's unique experiences and that everyone has an opportunity to contribute its diverse talents. Their vision is supported by enforcing a company that sparks solutions, particularly the different areas, in healthcare. Johnson & Johnson's vision is highly driven by creating a healthier world and being able to see better, connect better, and live better. They're a very family kind of oriented company. They care about its people and how they do it as well. So this is a little snapshot from their website, which talks about their vision and mission. But looking at their vision, you can simply see how it's simple and to the point that they want to help people see better, connect better, and live better. And I'll also talk about their mission statement after this, and you can see the snapshot shows that theirs is bringing science and sense of sight to life through world-class innovation and customer experience. So more into their mission statement as follows is that our credo stems from a belief that consumers, employees, and the community are all equally important. Through their mission statement, Johnson & Johnson depicts how it is a passionate company caring about all people and treating everyone with respect. They also want to make sure that the company demonstrates the power of togetherness in order to find solutions to problems around the world. And they also want to ensure that everyone has a contribution in life and feels appreciated. Johnson & Johnson strives to improve lives driven through their health-based products in order to help people live better lives. At the end of the day, Johnson & Johnson's mission as a company is to exceed expectations and be effective. So this is their credo that's been part of their company from the beginning, and it just talks about the values that guide their decision making. And there's credo as well challenges them to put the needs and well-being of people they serve first. So their strategic goals and objectives. Johnson & Johnson has continued to dominate over the years, setting new strategic goals that are structured from the quantitative numbers of the company, in which lay financial and non-financial goals and objectives. Their main goal has always been in sustaining our environment and innovation, essential to our ability to create meaningful change and competitive differentiation. Johnson & Johnson is always setting themselves apart from different companies, and that's why they're one of the number one companies in their sector. In terms of their strategic goals and objectives analysis, Johnson & Johnson has achieved a record level of research and development investment, around $10.8 billion. As a company, one of their long-term strategic goals is expanding their empire by investing in a bunch of value-creating acquisitions and partnerships. The company's free cash flow through 2018 improved to $18.5 billion and have been employed their capital allocation strategy in order to effectively invest and strive for long-term value. This is a snapshot to show kind of their strategic analysis and their goals. And you can see that they want to advance their culture of inclusion and innovation, build a diverse workforce for the future, and enhance business performance and reputation. The triple bottom line financially for Johnson & Johnson has been doing very well as a company. Its pharmaceutical business posted revenue of $10.54 billion, which is a 3.5% increase from last year. The company's consumer unit, which specifies in beauty products such as Neutrogena, generated $3.5 billion in revenue, which is 0.9% up from last year. The 2019 fourth quarter sales did $20.7 billion, which have grown 1.7%, and operational growth of 2.6%, and adjusted operational growth of 3.4%. Their full year sales were $82.1 billion with a growth of 0.6%, an operational growth of 2.8%, and adjusted operational growth of 4.5%. For the fourth quarter EPS, they did $1.50, in which increased 33.9%, and their adjusted EPS of $1.88, which went down 4.6%. Lastly, their full year EPS was $5.62, which went up 0.4%, and their adjusted EPS, earnings per share, of $8.68 went up 6.1%. So you can see that financially, Johnson & Johnson has been doing great and has only been going up for the most part, especially during these tough times in the economy that's been going on. So this is a chart up top that shows the 4 quarters of the company financially over the last 4 years, and you can see how it's done, if not the same amount more, and you can see how it's progressively doing great financially. And on the bottom, you can see the different brands that and value creating partnerships that Johnson & Johnson has teamed up with and partnered with, being consumer to medical devices to pharmaceutical, and there's a wide range of those. So the triple bottom line for socially for Johnson & Johnson, they have launched a pilot program in Rwanda in which is focused on improving access to mental health care. They as well have launched Johnson's Baby, in which is devoted to ensuring the best health for babies. As a corporate socially responsible company, Johnson & Johnson has also joined the New Plastics Economy Global Commitment, in which bridges together different businesses and organizations to address and target the issue of plastic waste and pollution. Johnson & Johnson has also expanded their partnership with UNICEF with a $10 million pledge. This is also a snapshot that shows Johnson & Johnson's highlights of the year and the impacts they've made. And you can see that they've impacted their patients and consumers, they've impacted their employees, their community and planet, and of course their shareholders. And these numbers really represent and reflect on the greatness and positivity they have been doing as a company. So in talking about the triple bottom line for Johnson & Johnson and the environmental sustainability, Johnson & Johnson is a company that truly makes a difference when it comes to environmental sustainability. Several initiatives they have taken towards this goal is a patent tool that shows the influence of product ingredients towards the environment. And it's cool in which they show if these ingredients that are used in products are helpful or harmful towards the environment. They've also been a part of the new contact lens recycling program that has started in the UK. Johnson & Johnson is keen on healing the environment all around the world. Another commitment of theirs towards environmental sustainability is that in 2019 they received the Energy Star Partner of the Year award, in which is awarded due to energy efficiency as a company. They also in 2008 were given a spot on the CDP A list because of their company action towards climate change. Johnson & Johnson recently also joined the Renewable Energy Buyers Alliance, REBA, in which helps big businesses buy zero carbon renewable energy. Further talking about the environmental sustainability of Johnson & Johnson, these are screenshots from their website that really promote their care for the environment. As you can see, each one talks about things that Johnson & Johnson have done environmentally to help the earth, in which they really care about. So in the top left, you can see that 26 is the number of cities in which Johnson & Johnson has supported implementation of climate actions. 139 is the number of Johnson & Johnson consumer medical device and pharmaceutical products awarded an Earth Awards designation, which recognizes the company products for integrating sustainable design solutions to help address things like reducing water energy use. 40 to reflect its commitment to protecting the environment, which is the years that Johnson & Johnson has added wording to our credo, the company's guiding mission statement. 1,000 plus is the number of contact lens recycling drop-off stations in the UK that are part of the new initiative launched by Johnson & Johnson. 0 is the number of plastic micro beads used in Johnson & Johnson consumer products. 75 plus is the number of recycling tips, videos, and how-tos on care2recycle.com, which is by Johnson & Johnson's resource site. 3 is the number of criteria used in Johnson & Johnson's proprietary global aquatic ingredient assessment tool, which measures the potential effect of a specific ingredient on the earth, including how it could affect aquatic life. And then 100% of Johnson & Johnson consumer plastic packaging that will be reusable, recyclable, or compostable by 2025. This pledge is part of the company's 2018 New Plastics Economy Global Commitment. So you can see that Johnson & Johnson is really devoted to helping the environment, and they love to do that and see a healthy world and healthy people. Thank you.